Did you know that there are many benefits of growing bigger muscles that extend way beyond aesthetics? Our muscle mass is inextricably linked to our overall health and functionality as we age. Here are 5 benefits of increasing muscle mass that you probably didn't know. Number 1, having high muscle mass has many metabolic benefits. In fact, Dr. Gabriel Lyon says that the obesity epidemic is not a problem of people being over-fat, but people being under-muscled. I think this is a very interesting way to view the issue. Skeletal muscle acts as a glucose sink, so the more muscle you carry, the more effectively your body can dispose of glucose. Insulin sensitivity is improved and the risk of type 2 diabetes is dramatically reduced. Strength training consistently just twice a week for 3 to 6 months has been shown to improve insulin resistance by up to 30%. Strength training also causes the release of myokines that are beneficial to our energy metabolism, insulin secretion, and even affects our cognitive function and reduces the risk of dementia. Strength-trained people produce more overall energy and use more glucose than people who don't strength train, and that includes people who are otherwise active. Number 2, building muscle mass creates strong bones. When you build muscle mass, you also strengthen your bones through the process of mechanical tension and stress, which prompts your body to produce osteoblasts, which are the cells responsible for laying down new bone. This reduces the likelihood of developing osteopenia or osteoporosis, especially after menopause when women are at the highest risk. This in turn reduces the chances of catastrophic bone fractures later in life. For example, breaking your hip in a fall. While breaking a bone doesn't seem so serious when we're younger, unfortunately hip fractures have a very high 1-year mortality rate for elderly women, and those that survive may have a drastically reduced quality of life, with some spending the rest of their lives bedridden and unable to function. We often hear that our bone density peaks in our 20s and 30s, and then it's all downhill from there. However, strength training can still increase bone density later in life. One study showed weighted training increased the bone density of both hip and spine of postmenopausal women. In my own experience, after 9 years of training, my bones are much more dense than average, and I have a very low risk of osteoporosis now. I suspect that had I not started training, the picture would be quite different. This is honestly one of the biggest benefits that I've seen, and it's an investment that will pay many dividends into the future. No matter what your age is, right now, you can begin strengthening your bones so that you don't become a frail old lady. Number 3, high muscle mass reduces the risk of becoming sarcopenic due to unexpected illness or injury. Skeletal muscle is your body's amino acid reservoir. Healthy muscle mass increases survivability against many diseases, especially when wasting might be involved. Cancer patients can suffer from this muscular atrophy or wasting, and unfortunately, it has a 20% mortality rate. Having extra skeletal muscle increases the chances of survival and recovery when it comes to any kind of disease-related muscle wasting. The same goes for unexpected accidents or illnesses that could leave you bedridden. The more muscle mass you have, the longer it will take for you to become sarcopenic. By the way, sarcopenia is the degeneration of muscle mass that is associated with being immobilized, and therefore the faster your physical recovery will be. Number 4, skeletal muscle strengthens the immune system. Skeletal muscle is a potent regulator of the immune system function, so it seems that the more we possess, the better our overall immunity to various diseases becomes. Our muscle can be thought of as an endocrine organ. With contraction, it releases molecules called myokines, specifically interleukin-6, that are anti-inflammatory when they are released from muscles. Studies have shown that having a higher muscle mass allows our bodies to fight viruses more effectively and for longer before the immune system becomes exhausted. I can say that in my experience, I used to get sick frequently before I began training, and these days I might catch a cold once a year. While personal anecdotes are not evidence, it certainly seems to have improved my immune function. Number 5, healthy muscle gives us independence. Finally, muscle is our means of generating power to move ourselves through the world, to climb up and down stairs, to walk, to run, to lift things, to push and pull things, to carry things, and even simple things that we might take for granted, like getting ourselves up off the floor, getting ourselves out of bed, and getting ourselves to the bathroom. Imagine what your life might look like if these things became difficult or impossible because you were no longer strong enough to do them. Your independence would be gone. Without our independence, we have very little left. Muscle mass is literally our key to have the freedom of independence, and more than that, to be able to go out and enjoy everything that the world has to offer, to travel, to walk in beautiful places, to be playful, to dance, run, to climb, and to move through life in the way that we choose, instead of being at the mercy of an increasingly fragile and weak body. So in summary, skeletal muscle mass plays a pivotal role in our health as we age, and this extends way beyond the way that we look. It is incredibly important that we strength train and have an optimal protein intake, especially once we get into our 40s and beyond. I hope that you learned something new from this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button and make sure you're subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate all my viewers, and I'm excited to be heading toward my first 100 subscribers. So make sure you help me get there. Thanks for listening, and I will see you next video.